You're now live, it says. Hello, this is Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire. Hello on YouTube. Hello on Facebook. If you click the link up above, it will take you over to Amazon, which is where I'm headed right now. And I'm going live on Amazon. So this is, if you're watching on Amazon and Facebook, so if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, this is take two. Take one lasted 15 minutes. Hopefully, take two will last a little bit longer. If you're watching the replay, thank you. If you're watching live, thank you very much. And I'm just checking my mobile Twitch dashboard is fine and working. So I can control Twitch and I can announce that YouTube have joined the broadcast. So if they've joined the broadcast, it's time for me to join the broadcast. Okay, so I'm here. And let's get the introductions done. And if I go up here and I go here, then down below it will say, welcome to the broadcast with Stephen live from England. If you're having a deja vu effect, then you are. This is the second time I've been live within an hour, really. But the thing is that with live broadcasting, you've got to be prepared for when things go wrong. Now, I was happily broadcasting away and talking about lights, camera, and action. So this is lights, camera, and action. And we're talking about cameras and microphones and Fitbits. And so far, we're still live on Amazon Live. So we're doing better than we did last time. Well, time will tell. Okay, so let's come back to me again. Okay, so I'm still here. Okay, now a bit of news I want to share with you is that there is a radio station called Royston Radio, which has started in Royston Radio has actually started broadcasting in Cambridgeshire, and our good friend Fons Chamberlain is managing over there, and he's invited myself and Peter Stewart and John Upton, otherwise known as Blubbing for Britain, to actually have a show on the radio. So I'm looking forward to that. And just to confirm you're watching, and thank you for watching on Amazon Live, Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey, live from wonderful Wiltshire. Now, I'm just waiting for something to come through. In fact, if I go down in my carousel, okay, we're here. Okay, the featured item at the moment is the over-ear headphone, and it's a wired premium stereo headphone. And basically, true story, if I come and I could take that off full screen, yeah, I'm going to switch the second camera off. You know you're watching lights, camera, action, so I can hide that and switch this camera on. And we're going to go picture in picture. Now, when I started the show an hour ago, I was talking about these headphones, and I said that I bought a pair of these for Angelica, my partner Angelica, and she said they were actually superb. So what do you do when your partner says that something that you bought them is superb and you have a need yourself? You go over to Amazon. Yeah, so go over to Amazon and you order yourself a pair. So this is an unboxing. It's not something I normally do, but it just so happens that the headphones arrived whilst I was broadcasting, and these are they. Okay, so direct from Amazon, and it is the headphones. So the box contains the headphone case. I'm going to take that out. Okay, and here we have my first look at and your first look at. Put it close to the camera. It goes to the studio headphones. Now, the reason for getting these is because Angelica and I both listen to a lot of music, but also in addition to that, I have on my microphones, and my microphones down the carousel, they are the three microphones that feature on my show. There's Blue Yeti, there's the Elgato O3, and the Audio Technica AT2020. That's the Audio Technica, though you can't see it at the moment. But so I ordered a pair, and they have in fact arrived. So for the first time in a long time, I'm going to do, he said, something which I've not done in a while. That's to open the box. Oh, good. These headphones will be out the box by the end of the show, and then we'll be able to take a look at them. It's just, right, okay. Everybody's got their own way of packaging. Okay, so there's the box that the headphones have come in. They're down in the carousel today. They are $35.99 as opposed. There's 28% discount on these headphones today. So this is the box they come in, and we've got a comment coming in, and that hiking guy is with me, and that hiking guy is saying, "Good day to you, sir. Keep up the good work. Great work. Great work." Let's leave that on screen for a minute. So if I go inside here, this is what arrives. So I'm going to put the box somewhere safe, okay, otherwise known as on the floor, and I'm going to unfasten these for the first time ever. Just pull there and take out the headphones, which are in this wonderful case, and here we are. We have the headphones. Now, as I say, Angelica has a pair of these, and I just need to know how to unfasten that. I'm going to work on that. But what I'm told by Angelica, and I will give you a full review next week because they've only just arrived today. So forgive me for not giving a glowing review, but I'm going to come back to me. If I press this button, yeah, then you'll see me and not the whole of my office. So we're zooming in, and these headphones, great set of cans. I'll be trying out this weekend, and then I'll report back to you next Monday. I'm live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, and I talk about, I could do with a pair of scissors actually. I talk about lights, camera, and action, which is cameras, microphones, lights, and the action bit is Fitbits. I'm a great believer in Fitbits, and I'll be showing you a Fitbit later in this broadcast. But for the moment, for the first time ever, let's see what we look like. This can only, well, if I get these the right way around, okay, I've got to get used to them, I suppose. Okay, which way does it go? This is live. This is live. We're having fun. We'll get back to the normal show in a minute, but I'm just trying to get these headphones the right way around, and I'm going to have to take advice from Angelica. Yeah, that's the only thing I can do is to actually take advice from her. Oh, wait a minute. I might have cracked it. Okay, so it's still got part of the packaging on, but these are the headphones, and now I can't hear myself talk. So, yeah, okay. I do need a bit of practice in how to drive these, yeah, but they're a good fit. That's the first thing. And what I'm going to do, I've got two uses for them. One is listening to music, and in here, in this bag, there should be, or possibly in the box. We might have to go to the box. Just a minute. Let's go to the box. Also in the box, because we're actually doing a live unboxing, which is a rare thing for me, is the cabling. Okay, so, and also a leaflet about the headphones. So there you have the leaflet. The One Audio Studio headphones is what we're looking at the moment. They are on discount today, and they are 28% off. So let's put the box down again and look at the cabling, and it does look rather complex. But let's open the bag without dropping the headphones on the floor, of course. Don't want to drop the headphones on the floor. That would not be a good idea. Open the bag. It's a resealable bag, and take out the cables. And let's have a look at the cables we've got. We've got this cable with a 3.5mm connection, which actually, well, no, that's not, that's the larger 3.5mm. If I go here, Yeah, unboxing on air is an art. I haven't actually succeeded yet, but there is the 3.5-inch cable, which is, I would say, it's about 9 feet. You've got 9 feet of cable, which gives you great. Yeah, so you've got the headphones, and the headphones will have somewhere a socket on them. So we'll plug into the headphones and possibly over this side. I've got the headphones. I'm just trying to get. Okay. This is why I've got to be honest here. This is why I don't do unboxings live on air. So on Monday, I'll tell you all about these headphones, which are the studio headphones from One Audio. And as I say, Angelica is very pleased with hers. So hopefully I will be the same with mine. I'm going to use them to monitor the microphones. The thing is with the microphones, and I've got the Blue Yeti and the Elgato O3 down in the carousel down below. The thing is with headphones, you can actually plug them into your microphone and you can hear what's going out from the microphone. Now, this is important. My good friend Nick Wood, the thing about the Blue Yeti microphone is that the Blue Yeti microphone comes with sound effects. And you can speak into the microphone and it will garble it up and you come out as an alien, which is brilliant. So you can have different voices. But if you don't double check it before you go live on air, you could still go live on Amazon Live with an alien voice. Just saying. My good friend Nick Wood might have done that. Yeah, but that's that hiking guy. Thank you for joining. And again, if anybody's got any questions about live broadcasting, please do ask. I'm here to answer your questions. And this is a free service from Amazon.com. We don't work for Amazon. We're all independent. I'm based in Wiltshire in England. And I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live just after 12 p.m. Eastern on a Friday. And I'm glad to be here. Right. Okay. So these, which need that take, I need a pair of scissors to take that off. Okay. We're good. We're good. I'm going to put those down. Don't remember, cables come in a resealable packet. The headphones actually have, if you remember how to fold them up again, headphones actually have a case to carry them in. I'm going to put the headphones back in the case. Okay, which is what I'm doing now. Okay, so let's do that. So the headphones are safely away. I'm going to put the headphones back on the box. Okay, down there, out the way, safe. And we'll see them again on Monday. Okay, now if you've seen me before today live on Amazon Live, you have. This is my second show, and hopefully things are going a bit better. I've got a comment coming in, and oh, he heard his name. My good friend, Mr. Nick Wood, and you're watching me on the app. Brilliant. Okay, Nick is a fellow broadcaster, and Nick and I will be live on Amazon Live next Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we have the movie quiz. And we'll also have the headphones I just showed you, the ones down in the carousel. Yeah, ones which Angelica loves, and hopefully, well, I'm going to put a sort of sticker on mine saying these are Stephen's, or Angelica put a sticker on hers saying these are Angelica's, because we've got exactly the same model. If you click link in the carousel, there are 5 different models to choose from. All do exactly the same, but they've got different colorways, and you can pick your color. It can be black or gray, or the color that I've just shown you, the one that's actually down in the carousel. It is on discount today. It's 28% off. And thank you, Nick. You'll meet the headphones on Monday. They might be in my carousel. In fact, they probably will be, as something different just to mix things up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about, because we've got the headphones to plug into the microphone, is the microphone. The microphone you're listening to right now is the Elgato Wave 3. Now, the Elgato Wave 3 is down in the carousel, and it's also here. Okay, this is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone, and you're listening to it. And thank you for the follow. Something will come up on screen in a minute. let's go back to me. Okay, so we go back to me, and in a second, yes. Thank you very much for the follow. You helped make my day. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Patel. Thank you. Nice to meet you, and thank you for following. Wow. Okay, so that's a win-win situation. I'm very grateful for the follow. Let's go back over here, and this is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. It's very stylish. Okay, it's not like your normal microphone. It's a beautiful by Elgato. Also make the Stream Deck. You've got a mic in slot for a wired set of headphones, which you can plug into the back. And that's why I bought the headphones I've just shown you to actually plug into here, so that when I am doing voice effects, I know I'm doing them. I don't do them without thinking about it. It has on the front, if I can just turn this around, sound might change slightly. You've got the gain control, volume control. On top, you've got a capacitive mute. Now you're actually listening to the microphone. Okay, now sound quality, three things about live broadcasting. And when I say live broadcasting, I mean Zoom too. So Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Whenever I say live broadcasting, I mean that. Okay, let's have a look at the Elgato Wave 3 Premium, and let's give it its proper name first. Okay, it's the Elgato Wave 3 Premium USB condenser microphone. So it's a condenser microphone. You're listening to it right now. Now, I'm very fortunate. I don't just broadcast on Amazon. I love being on Amazon, 11 a.m. every day. But and 12 p.m. as well, sometimes, if things don't go strictly according to plan. I was fortunate to hold a roundtable discussion, and I told everybody, bring your cameras, bring your microphones. And Alec Dorling from Sweden brought this microphone, the Elgato Wave 3, and I heard it. I was blown away by the quality of the sound, and the bass on this is excellent. And as soon as the show was over with Alec and Chris, and yeah, it'll come to me later, I actually ordered them. Well, I put them on the Amazon wish list and ordered them, and now the microphone is right next to me. It does have a digital mixer. Now, the thing about this is that I've tried many mixers over the years, but this is a digital mixer, and I can bring in Spotify, I can bring in desktop sound, I can bring in browser sound into my microphone and put it out through my microphone, which means I get good quality. It has a built-in clip guard, okay, for the S's and the P's, etc. It's got a capacitive mute. Now, I just want to make mention of this. This is, if I go here, this is the microphone, the Elgato Wave 3, and the capacitive mute is on top. And if you press it, then it switches mutes the microphone. Okay. Now, I need to come back and say this. I'm going to read this out. It's a condenser capsule with a tight cardioid polar pattern which captures speech with perfection. And notice that the P there, perfection. And it does. It's a high quality microphone. Take that off. And the microphone itself was released June 18th, 2020. So that's the Elgato Wave 3. And let's put that there. And you're actually listening to it now. Now, the thing about, you're in the box seat. There are thousands of live broadcasters on Amazon Live. We're all independent and we all have different areas of expertise. If you join a broadcast, ask questions. Do ask questions of people broadcasting live, because questions and comments drive a show forward. Okay, so thanks to that hiking guy, and thanks to Nick Wood for dropping by and commenting. Because you can, if you're watching somebody live, you can ask them, any broadcaster, you can ask them which microphone you're using, and they will tell you, because there's nothing better than actually recommending a piece of kit that you're using. And if you ask them, they will tell you which microphone they're using that you found to be amazing, and they will give you a link to it on Amazon.com. So you're in the box seat, you're going to hear lots of different microphones, and that is the Elgato Wave 3 that you're listening to now. It's down in the carousel. It's $149.99. Right, the next thing we're going to look at, right, okay, wow. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is this. Let's go here and go here. Right, this is the Nexigo camera, the Nexigo N970p, which you're watching now. Today's price is $151.99. It's on offer and 46% have been claimed. So if you're looking for a camera, then this is a candidate. If I go off full screen and come back to me, this is the Nexigo N970p, and you're watching it now. I am on the Nexigo N970p. Nexigo are an American company based just outside Seattle. And 3 years ago, if I just switch over a second, 3 years ago, Nexigo saw a gap in the webcam market. And they now have a range of 15 different webcams, including this one, which is on offer today, 46% claimed, $151.99. And I just love this camera. I chose this camera basically because of the quality of the image. And this is what it's all about. You want to have a good image when you're actually broadcasting live. And Nexigo does just that. This is the best picture I've ever seen on a webcam. So let's take a look at a few of the facts, and then I'm going to give you a demonstration. So wait a couple of minutes and I'll tell you all about the camera. So Nexigo N970p 4K webcam. Now it's a 4K webcam. I'm broadcasting to you in 720, yeah, on Amazon Live. 1080p is that 720 is DVD, 1080p is high definition, and 4K is ultra high definition, the best Wiz consumers can get. Yeah. So with a 4K camera, add it to OBS, set your destination to YouTube, switch to 4K, and you can broadcast on YouTube in 4K. And the great thing about this is that people can watch you live in 4K, people can watch the replay in 4K. You do need a 20 megabyte upload because there are a lot of pixels flying about. And the thing is that the more pixels there are, the better the picture. The camera itself is Zoom certified, and it has onboard flash memory, which I'll come back to in a moment because this is important. It's AI powered. This is a conference camera. So what you can do with a conference camera is you can actually put the camera, if I go here, onto a tripod. This is the Loom Cube tripod, which is down in the carousel. I've actually made it a featured item just for a second. I think if I can find it. Yeah, got it. So the tripod I'm using is the Loom Cube tripod. Let's just talk about that for a minute before I come back to the camera. This is the most stylish tripod I've seen from Loom, famous for their lights. This is a Loom Cube tripod down in the carousel for $34.99. You have 3 legs, it's a tripod. You have a lock, so you can lock the legs in place. You have a central pole, which is 12 inches, which you can extend to 30 inches. And then you have a ball joint on top. Mounted on this tripod at the moment, I've got the OBSBot tiny webcam. Equally, you could mount a light on there and you could angle the light using the ball joint. And I just think this is so stylish. It fits everywhere. It is, well, it's an elegant stand to put a light or a webcam on. Okay, so we're talking about the Nexigo, which is back down in the carousel. And if I turn that off, we should be back to me and the Nexigo. Okay, we are. I don't know, this may be changing. It still says 46% claimed, but that may change. It's got AI powered auto framing. Now I'm using this for one person. Yeah, this is just me on camera, and I love this camera because the picture. If there are 3 people, then it would widen because it's got facial recognition. It would widen so that 3 people are on screen. Yeah. If there were 5 people around the conference table, yeah, with the camera on the tripod, then it would widen again because it has an adjustable field of view, which means 1, 3, or 5 people on screen at the same time without you doing anything. You're hands free. All this is done automatically. Okay, It has dual noise cancelling microphones. This is important. If you're looking for a new camera or a new microphone, do make sure it's got noise cancellation. Noise cancellation is important. If you're on a Zoom call or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch and your dog barks, then if you've got noise cancellation on, nobody will hear the dog apart from you. So do get something that has noise cancellation, which this camera does. It works with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and any Google product, any Google video product. And the reason that this camera is so good is it's built with a Sony CMOS sensor that features 3840 by 2160 UHD at 30 frames per second. In English, 3840 by 2160 is 4K. So it's a 4K camera. Go live to YouTube straight away. 30 frames per second is what I'm transmitting at the moment. That is the browser-based software. What happens is this is moving pictures. The camera is taking 30 pictures every second and sending them over the internet to arrive at Amazon.com, and you're watching me live. And when I put my hands up, you can see me put my hands up smoothly. Yeah. Okay. So that's why this camera is so good. Okay. The next thing is, and this is important, it will directly save any specific settings to the camera itself, which means, because sometimes we spend quite a while getting the right color, the right contrast, and the right positioning, that if we take the camera to another computer, we've got to start all over again. Not so with the N970p. It remembers the settings. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, there is the link to the Nexigo Zoom Certified. That is not an affiliate link. And if you're watching on YouTube, there is the link to the Nexigo Zoom Certified camera, which is down in the carousel. Okay, but if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, you can't actually see it, which is why I've got the small picture. And I can do that because I am broadcasting today. If I go here, let's put this on the screen. Scroll down here, I am broadcasting on BeLive. Okay, which is why I can put this image on screen. BeLive is the only system at the moment. In fact, it's the only system where I can show items from the carousel on screen. So anybody watching on Facebook or YouTube knows what I'm talking about. And they also, as just seen, actually get the link to the product, go to Amazon.com, check it out and find out more. If you're watching me live on Amazon Live at the moment, like I say, a big thank you. And we're coming to the end of the features, and then we go into the demonstration. Okay, it's got advanced face detection, which allows it to go from 1 to 3 to 5 people on screen and do it automatically. It's got a remote control, and this is one of my favorite part of the presentation. Let's go here and take that off screen. It has a remote control. This is supplied with the webcam, and I can control, I can zoom in and I can zoom out. Okay, I can go back to where I started. I can zoom all the way out. Yeah. Now, if you don't get software or remote control with your camera, you can't do anything. Let's just check this. If we look at a typical webcam, and this is the C920X. Okay, so let's put it close to the camera so you can see it. Now, the C920X here goes over the back of your monitor using that lip there. But if you take a typical webcam, there are no buttons on it. There are no controls on a webcam at all. The only way that you can actually control a webcam, let's go down here, that's about right, is if you get the software. Let's just zoom in a moment. You need, I'm zooming in, okay, bit slow there. When you buy a webcam like this one, which is down in the carousel, this is a C920X. If you open it, there's nothing on it. There are no controls on a webcam. The only way you're going to get control of a webcam is if you download the software, and I'll be doing that in a moment. But I can also, with this camera, use the remote control. But if you don't have the software remote control, you'll be stuck looking like this all the time. You won't be able to zoom in, yeah, because there are no controls on a webcam. Just saying. Okay, now as far as the remote control is concerned, I can zoom in, which I'm going to now whilst I put this camera back. Okay, so I can zoom in and I can go to the left, okay, and over to the monitor. I can go to the right, to the bookshelf. I'm just pressing buttons on here, which I set up earlier. I do need to tidy up, I agree. And then I'm going to come back to me. And then if I press number 2, I can zoom out. Okay, now I can have up to 10 presets. So I just press the preset button, which is there, and then a number. So I control the camera by zooming in. Yeah, and then when I get to where I want to be, I can just go preset 8, and it's saved preset 8. Okay, so preset 1 is here. So let's come back to here. Now, the other thing is, this looks like a TV remote control. It takes 2 AAA batteries that go in there, and it works with the camera out the box. And it's got 10 times digital zoom. Yeah. But also, like a TV, it's got an on-screen menu. Now, I know that you can actually see that menu on screen now. And that's just like on a television, because I can go down and I can change the exposure. At the moment, the exposure is automatic. The camera is deciding what the lighting is like and how I should look. If I want to switch to manual, I can go like this. And I've gone darker. Yeah. Brighter. Or back to automatic. You've got such control. I can take this off automatic. There you are. Now, I wouldn't actually go live looking like this, but in terms of actually demonstrating what the software can do, it does show how well set up the software is. Because if I didn't have automatic on, then I would look like that. I can go down, I can change the RG and the BG and the saturation. All of that is in my control. The next thing I can change is the image. I can change the brightness, I can change the contrast, I can change the sharpness, and I can go into black and white mode, yeah, which might be useful at times. I can go back to color again. So you can control the camera from the remote control. And if I take that menu off, just to finish off, menu off, please. It's dual microphones, and this is important. Nexigo is an American-born brand built out of the core values of innovation. If you click the link in the carousel, you find out more about the Nexigo 970p. You also find out more about the range of 15 different cameras that Nexico do, from $60 to $180. This camera here, the 970p, is normally $178.99. It's on special today. It's $151.99. When I started this broadcast, there were 46% claimed. That may have changed since. Okay, so that's the Nexigo N970p. Now, I can talk about any item that's in the carousel, and if you want to talk about something, then just let me know. And the next thing that is on my script, as it were, to talk about today is down in the carousel now, and it is the Elgato Stream Deck. Okay, so the Elgato Stream Deck is highlighted. Let's bring it on screen, and here we are. This is the Elgato Stream Deck. It's down in the carousel. It's $149.99. Now, 8 weeks ago, I was encouraged by 2 of my fellow live broadcasters, by Marco Novo, who broadcasts from Portugal, and from Grant Saunders from the UK, and Efrain Lopez, who's based in the States. And they said to me, what you need to do is you need to go out and get a Stream Deck. And I said, well, why do I need a Stream Deck? And they said, you just do. And they couldn't actually explain it. But given that the 3 people had told me that they use Stream Decks, I thought, well, let's see what it's all about. So this is actually tangled. Just a minute. It's actually, that's better. It was tangled. How do wires get knotted so easy? This is the Elgato Stream Deck, and basically this has saved me time and saved me money. And if you have, during your workday, you have a lot of Chrome tabs open. Let's take that off for a moment. If you have a lot of Chrome tabs open, or you use a lot of applications on your desktop, this is not, I know it's called the Stream Deck, but it's not just for streamers. Yeah, it's for everybody. Everybody who works on a computer, who uses lots of Chrome tabs and lots of applications during their daily work can benefit from this, because you can save time and save money. And I proved it. I'm going to show you how. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share screen. I'll take the logo off. Just a reminder, we're actually broadcasting from ve.live. So take that off. Okay. And we're going to share the Stream Deck. Okay. Now, basically, once you've got a Stream Deck, what you do is download the software. So I'm going to bring the software on screen. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and go over to the window which says Stream Deck. So that's a good start. And then I'm going to hide my second camera, and I'm going to bring in the Stream Deck software. And the first thing to notice is, if I go picture in picture again, we'll hide that one so I can go picture in picture that way around. Okay, is that this Stream Deck here in my hand has 3 rows of 5 keys. This is a 15 key version. And this is the one that I bought on the recommendation of Marco Novo, Grant Saunders, and Efrain Lopez. And it's changed the way that I work. I'm going to take you through what happens when I do an Amazon Live broadcast. When I do an Amazon Live broadcast, I click the button. If I hover over it, you'll see it. I click the Be Live button, okay, and go into Be Live. Now, the first thing there is Be Live itself. And what I've typed in the word Be Live, and then I've given it the URL to my studio. So when I click the button, it loads my studio. When I'm live, I need the Amazon page. So I've typed in the word Amazon, and I've given it the URL of my Amazon Live page. I'm just so grateful to Amazon for giving me my own page on Amazon.com. When I'm broadcasting on Amazon Live, I talk about Fitbits. So I've got the Fitbit URL in there. And then finally, on Monday, when Nick Wood and I go live, we have a movie quiz from our friends Trivia Plaza. And there is the URL to Trivia Plaza. So when I go live, before I'm setting up, I press the Be Live button. I press the Amazon button. I press the Fitbit button. And I press the Trivia Plaza button. And all the software I need to broadcast on Amazon Live is ready for use. Okay. Now, when I'm broadcasting on Amazon Live, I use cameras. I use 4 cameras. So here, I've set up the Obspot camera and a link to the Obspot software on my desktop. So this time, it's not a URL, it's a direct link to the software on my desktop. I've done the same for Logitech. I've done the same for Nexigo. Yeah. So Nexigo, I've typed in the heading I want, and I've actually linked it to the Nexigo app on my hard drive. I also use LG Hub, Logitech Hub, LG Hub, Logitech G Hub, and I've given it a link to Logitech G Hub. So when I go live, I actually press the HubSpot software, the Logitech software, the Nexigo software, and the G Hub software. So I'm actually using, in my live broadcast, I'm using 4 Chrome tabs and 4 desktop applications. So I can actually broadcast out to you and tell you basically about the hardware that I'm using. Now, normally, before I got this Stream Deck, that would have taken me about 15 minutes. Now, I just press 8 buttons on the Stream Deck and I'm ready to go live. And I don't need to remember anything, just press the button. So I go back up here and we'll go the other way around again. So that's Be Live, okay? And that's starting my Amazon Live Broadcast. Now, the next thing I've got is if I go, let's just jazz things up a bit. If I bring this into the stream and I bring this into the stream, also, I've got hotkeys. And from here, I can do this. I can go there, I can go there, and I can go there. So this is the third use of a Stream Deck. Any application that you have hotkeys for, you can control using a Stream Deck. You just simply tell it what the hotkey is. So I've got hotkeys to go screen setting 1, screen setting 2, screen setting 3, screen setting 4. Okay, and I just press the button there, and that's it. I don't need to control Alt or anything, just the button. I tell it which buttons to press and it presses them. So it saves me time when I'm running this. We do a broadcast on Thursday and there are 3 of us on screen. And if I want to show a video and mute everybody, I've got a mute all button here and that will mute everybody until the video is finished. What could be easier? Now, you can get hotkeys for OBS, vMix, XSplit Broadcaster, a whole host of programs. I mean, hotkeys are very 1990s. Hotkeys have been around since the 1990s, and this is how you can use them now in the 20s. Okay, let's come back to me for a moment. Okay, so with this Stream Deck, hotkeys, Chrome tabs, desktop applications, anything that you do on a regular basis, you can put it on a key and just do it. Now, you're not restricted to 15 keys. If I go here, just let me go back up again, and I'm going to go to the software. Let's go picture in picture again. Okay, and I'm going to hide that because we've done that bit of the demonstration. I'm going to hide that. We've done that bit of the demonstration. If I go, I can have many pages of hotkeys. So I can go here, press the button, and these are another set of hotkeys which I use. Now, the first set actually sold a Stream Deck just after I was live. Okay, I don't know about you, but I love buying lifetime deals from AppSumo. Basically, instead of paying monthly for something, you buy a lifetime deal. And I've bought lifetime deals for SendFox email system, Radar, which is a social media management system, Melon, which is a broadcasting system, VI Loud, an HTML5 web player, Sleek Bio, which is a one-page bio, UK Live, which is my networking site, and TidyCal, which is a Calendly replacement. Now, I've got 14 different apps on there, which at the press of a button, I can load the app on my desktop or in a browser, depending on how it works. I showed this to my good friend Nick Wood, and this is true. Nick saw the fact that you could actually put AppSumo apps onto a Stream Deck, and that sold him. He went out and bought a Stream Deck because he's got lots of AppSumo apps. And the thing about them is sometimes you forget them. All my apps are there. I'm not going to forget them. Let's go back up. The next thing is Facebook groups. How many Facebook groups do you remember of? And how many do you remember? I've put 14 Facebook groups on the keys on here. And when I want to go into a Facebook group, I just need to come to my Stream Deck, press the button. I don't have to search for anything anymore. Yeah. If I want to go into an Amazon group, I can go straight to an Amazon group without any problem. So that is an overview of how the wonderful Stream Deck works. It has saved me time. It has saved me money. It could save you time and money because 1, shortcuts for URLs, 2, shortcuts to desktop applications, 3, hotkeys for use in programs, and 4, it can store, well, it becomes your memory and everything is on here, and I'm not going to forget any of my AppSumo apps. I'm not going to forget any of my Facebook groups, and it's changed the way I work. I can now set up for going live by pressing 8 buttons rather than searching around my desktop. I just press 8 buttons and I know the software is going to load. I know the website's going to load. I can't remember. This is true. I cannot remember the last time I typed in a website URL. They're all on the Stream Deck. They're all easily accessible. I just switch it on in the morning. One of the first things I do is switch it on, and then I use it throughout the day. I use it to go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I use it to go live on Amazon Live. And it saves me hassle, saves me time, and means I don't. It's my memory. Absolutely brilliant. So that's the Stream Deck. It's in the carousel. It is $149.99. Okay, now the next item in the carousel is a camera. Okay, and it's the OBSPOT Tiny camera. And today the OBSPOT Tiny is 25% off. Now, what I need to do is I just need to bring the camera back into the stream. I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm going to take myself off solo. We're going to change that camera. So whilst I'm changing that camera, if you've any questions about live broadcasting, then please do ask. I'm going to switch over to, I've got two OBSPOTs, and we're going to switch over to the OBSPOT Tiny camera in a moment. It's down in the carousel. It is $149.99, which is a 25% discount. I'm going to give you the main features, and then I'm going to give you a live demonstration. Live demonstrations either work first time or it can be fun. I'm hoping that they work first time. So we're going to be looking at, and it in the carousel is the OBSPOT Tiny PTZ webcam. This is the first webcam that OBSPOT made. Now I can show you that webcam. If I go here and go here, and just give me a second, go there, and I bring this on screen and go here. Okay, this, I'm going to switch that light off because it can be annoying. I'm going to switch that light off because it can be annoying. Okay, so we're talking about the OBSPOT Tiny PTZ camera, and that is the OBSPOT Tiny PTZ camera. What you have is it's mounted on a gimbal. So you've got the lens on top, you've got a two-way gimbal, and then you've got the body. The camera actually attaches using a bracket. This is the bracket. It actually has, as you can see, it's magnetic, and it fastens the OBSPOT to the monitor securely. Next camera is the Brio. That is the Nexigo we spoke about earlier, and this is the screen that I use, which is down in the carousel. This is the BenQ monitor down in the carousel. So let's go back to me. Basically, if I come back here, we can look at the camera in a second. But the thing about the OBSPOT is it's got AI-powered framing and gesture control. 25% off today. It's a full 1080p webcam. It's got dual omnidirectional microphones, and it's got a 90-degree wide angle. When I say 90 degrees, okay, that's the angle it can see through, 90 degrees. Okay. It's got low light correction. Okay, I'm going to switch the light back on just to give you an idea. Let's switch the light back on. Okay, so I'm lit, and if I switch the light off, the cameras will auto correct so you can still see me. So auto correction is built in. If I go back to here and I switch the light on again, then you can see me clearly. Okay. It's an AI-powered PTZ camera. PTZ, pan, tilt both ways, and zoom. Okay, PTZ. Now, for the price, $149 for a PTZ webcam is an excellent price. That's in my perspective. Privacy controls, if we go back to, oh, thank you for the follow. Wait a minute. I'm going to stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to wait. 5, 4, Beth, you helped make my day. Thank you for following me today. I do appreciate it. It is a win-win situation. You've helped make my day. I'm going to have a fantastic weekend now. Makes all the difference. Thank you. Okay, Beth. Thank you for following. Now, as far as privacy is concerned, if I go here, okay, what I want you to do is to watch the lens, okay? If I go to the software, I'm going to the software for that camera, it's got great privacy controls. If I go here, watch the lens at the top, take the light off, okay, watch the lens at the top there. And if I go there, the lens has gone to sleep. You can see the lens has turned into the camera body. And that's the securest you can be. There's no way that camera can transmit a signal. So it's not a sliding cap. It's basically the camera turns into the camera body. And then when you're ready, you can press resume, watching the same place again, and we've resumed, and that camera is now active. Okay, let's go back again. I just need to make one change, and we're going to be back to me, and here, and go to here, and I'm coming down. I'm going to give a demo in a minute. Sleep mode, you can set it 5 or 10 minutes, it will sleep if you don't use it. It's got 3 preset positions, and I'm going to show you all 3 whilst in a minute. It's got a headroom mode, so make sure you've got space. I've lost count the number of times I've been watching on a Zoom call and people have cut their head off. Don't do that. You need headroom. That's bad. It does have face auto exposure, which came in late last year, and that's basically improved the clarity of the picture that you actually see. It's got noise reduction. Now, it is a conference camera. It doesn't cut out all noises, it cuts out most, and you can put it on a conference table. It's got a motion mode, fast motion mode. So if you've got somebody running about the gym, facial recognition, it will track them. If you've got somebody running 100 yards, facial recognition, it will track them. Teacher in a classroom, whiteboard. Yeah. Put the camera pointing at where the teacher is in the whiteboard, and the camera will follow the teacher as they move backwards and forwards, writing on the board, going back to every movement they make is being recorded using this camera because it follows you. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Auto sleep, we've talked about, switches itself off, and it is on a 2-axis gimbal. So that means it can go up and down, and it can go left and right. Magnetic mount we looked at a moment ago. I can give you a closer look. This is a magnetic mount that goes on your monitor. The lip is there or there. The camera's got a magneton, sits on there, and then there's an adhesive strip there, and that fastens this securely to your monitor. Okay, I think now I'm using Crisp AI noise reduction. If you wondered why there's no sounds coming, when I actually dropped this, then hopefully you didn't hear anything. Right, we're going to switch to the camera. Okay, so this is, and if I, excuse me a moment, this is the Obspot Tiny PTZ camera working. You're looking at it now. It is on discount today. It is 25% off. It's $149.95. Now, it is, everything I've told you is true. The thing I haven't said is how much I love this camera, because this is not like a typical webcam which sits on your monitor or on your PC or Mac and just looks out at you. This is a camera that can move. I'm going to show you. It's on a 2-axis gimbal, which means it can go through 130 degrees. And if I go here, I'm hoping, I know it's Friday, but this has got to work. The first thing is I've mounted this on a gimbal, which means that I've got the camera at eye level. I'm not looking up. I'm looking straight into the camera, which is a natural thing. If you can, when you're on a Zoom call, try to put your camera on a tripod. You don't need to be looking at the screen when it's your turn to speak. You don't. When it's your turn to speak, you can ignore everybody else and just look at the camera. And if you can do this, if you can look at the camera whilst you're talking, you will grab everybody's attention. And the only thing you need to do is to put the camera on a tripod. That's it. Okay, but that's not the end of it. Because, okay, with the camera on a tripod and the fact that this is the Oswald camera, basically, when I stand up, the camera is tracking me. So not only does it work when I'm sat down, but it's now working when I am stood up. Okay. And as I move, the camera will move. I'm not going to dance. Don't worry about that. I won't be dancing. And every time that I move, the camera moves. I'm nowhere near my computer. Yeah. The camera is in total control. And that means that I can forget about the camera. I can just perform. Now, automatically, it will give me headroom. It will make sure I'm in the center of the screen. If I move over here, then the camera is going to make sure that I'm in the center of the screen. I've got headroom. Now, here's the teaching thing. If you have a teacher in a classroom and just pretend this is a whiteboard, yeah, then as they move about from one side of the whiteboard to the other, yeah, this camera is tracking them, tracking what they write, tracking what they do, and you can record the full lecture with whiteboard notes. The second use of this camera is in a conference situation. If you imagine 5 people around a conference table, you can put this camera on a tripod, and using the software, you can go to any of the 5, or you can show all 5 on screen. You've got a central set of 2 microphones in the center of the table with a 20-foot reach. They can hear everybody speaking. So as soon as somebody speaks, the person controlling the software has got 2 choices: show 5 people on screen or show 1 person on screen. The camera will do the moving about. Remember, this camera is tracking me. I can't fool it. Everywhere I go, this camera is going to go. And for less than $150 for a PTZ camera, for a pan, tilt, and zoom camera, this is a darn good price. Now, whilst I'm stood up, I want to tell you, well, earlier today, beginning of this broadcast, I showed these. Okay, this is the first item in the carousel. And I did, in fact, just a minute, see how the camera's following me? I did, in fact, unbox these earlier. And I'm live at 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday, normally. And I'll be demonstrating these headphones when I'm live next week. But my favorite headphones at the moment, and that may change. Oh, those are on discount, which is why I'm mentioning them. My favorite headphones are here. And I'm just going to set something up. So give me a second. We'll go over here. I think I've got everything now. Yep, we're good. Okay, because the thing is, it's easier to demonstrate some things when you stood up. These are Aftershocks headphones. Now, I was fortunate enough to go to a trade show in Farnborough, in Hampshire, and I saw these headphones. I thought, wow. I mean, I picked them up. They're only 28 grams. They are very light. They're coated. They're rainproof, and they need to be because I'm in the UK and it rains a lot. Now, when you put them on, they go over your ear. They do not go in your ear. Now, this is a safety feature. Just let me move my chair out of the way. This is a safety feature because your ears are free, which means you can talk to the person next to you and you can carry out a conversation. Angelica wears the same as I do, Aftershocks headphones, and we can talk to each other whilst we're out walking. Second thing is you can see and hear the traffic in front of you, but because your ears have nothing in them, you can hear the traffic behind you, including cyclists. Safety. Now, the technology is patented by Aftershocks. The way it works is this. First of all, you put the headphones on and you switch them on. Now, wait a minute, you switch them on. Welcome to Aftershocks Battery High. Now, when 11:30 every morning, I go out and I walk for 4 or 5 miles, and I walk basically using these headphones, and as soon as I switch them on, just show you, we got the Bluetooth connection to the Aftershokz Aeropex. Okay, so they're connected. So the next thing I can do is I can go to Amazon Music, okay, and I can load Amazon Music in a second. I can go to my playlist, I can press play, and from now on, I can actually control stop and start from the headphones. But I am now listening to, if I turn the volume up, I'm now listening to Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. Let's stop that. Okay, so I go out, I listen to rock music for an hour and a half. These headphones are brilliant, work well when it's wet. They're waterproof to IP67. Don't swim in them, but you can walk, run, jog, or cycle, no problem at all. Now, control, basically, I talk about technology. The speakers here vibrate. The vibrations go into your cheekbones, and from your cheekbones, they go to your inner ear. So the technology just works, and it's high quality sound. Yeah, I love the quality of the sound. When I'm playing the music, I can hear not just the tune, but the lyrics. And they work great, especially out and about. Taken out of charge and last for 8 hours. As far as the controls on the headphones are concerned, you have stop and start play, skip to next track, increase and decrease volume. You can take a phone call with one touch. You can make a phone call using voice dial with the built-in AI. As far as these are concerned, these are my second pair of Aftershokz. They are high quality. They are for use outdoors. They work perfectly well indoors too. If I press play on now, I've got a choice. I can either listen to Spirit in the Sky, or we can get back to talking about what's in the carousel. I want to say, whilst I'm talking, I want to say thank you for actually watching me live today on Amazon Live. Amazon Live is the best place to broadcast. And because I'm from the UK, I'm doubly blessed. Okay, so let's go back to the monitor. You can see that it's following me. Let's go back to the monitor. And once that's going back to the monitor, I'm going to sit down. I try to sit down on the headphones then. That's not a good idea, is it? Just a second. I'm glad I actually switched the camera angle then, because that would have been fun. So there we are. I'm just going to go over here and put those down there. I'm going to swivel around. I'm going to switch my headphones off while I remember. And I'm going to come back to me. Okay, so we're back and I'm still wearing the headphones and all is good. Now, if you've got any questions about anything to do with live broadcasting, this is a chance to ask your questions. I will never get your details from Amazon. Amazon store those. When I show a comment on screen, I don't know. Doesn't tell me anything. Yeah. Commenting is something you can do because we're here to help. This is a free service from Amazon Live, and you've got so much expertise, thousands of broadcasters, all of whom are at the top of their game, and they're here to answer your questions. And I want to say a big thank you to here. If I go here, to Beth and to Akash, who've actually followed me on Amazon Live today. It's brilliant. Following is basically what makes the world go around. And if you follow a live broadcaster, then you'll be able to find them again in the following tab up above. Okay, so let's just bring this on screen. Just give me a moment. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Okay, and I'm going to try and do two hands at once here. So let me go back to the beginning here. Is it working? No, it's not. Let's see if I put it on screen. Okay, I think I've got a lock in my studio. Let me close something. Okay, so I'm going to close that tab and just seen that Rico's posted. So let's go Those are the green screens we looked at earlier. I'm just going to go through. So we've looked at the headphones, which I'll show you next week. We talked about the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. Yeah, so we've talked about the microphone, which you're listening to now. On Monday, we will be talking about the Fitbit Charge 5, which is my favorite. I've had 5 Fitbits. This Fitbit has GPS, which means it can track you. And there is a Fitbit.com site. Fitbits are owned by Google, and this Fitbit can help you to stay fit. Okay. We did an in-depth look at the Nexigo N970p. Okay, with an American camera, it's $151.99. It is on discount today. 46% have been claimed so far. And it's my favorite picture. It's got a Sony CMOS sensor. It has my favorite picture. I know that the Samsung Galaxy S23 has been released, but I've got the Samsung Galaxy S22. I'll probably upgrade when the S24 comes out. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, you just got a link to go and look at those. And then we talked about, showed you how to work and how you can save time and money using the Elgato Stream Deck. And then we talked about the Obswat tiny camera, okay, which is one of the best PTZ cameras around at that price. Okay, back to me. I want to say a big thank you for watching me live today. It's always my pleasure to be live on Amazon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have an amazing weekend. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care for now. Goodbye from England. Bye. Thanks for watching.